Hello everyone. So we studied about this having an empty constructor for a class so that we can build a class without having to pass any variables inside this class. Okay, you get it? Okay. I mean wheels or color, we don't have to assign anything at the time we build the class because we have an empty constructor, right? Empty constructor. Okay, for now. Okay, so then this is valid, so this is so valid. So what I can do is I can remove it and show you. Okay, I'm removing the empty constructor. Okay, cutting off. Okay, and then here you see this new car gives us an error. Okay, what is error? The constructor car is undefined. Okay, we don't have a proper constructor. See, we have two options. See, first constructor and the second constructor. I mean this constructor and this constructor. We don't have an empty constructor, it gives an error. So I'm pasting it back. Okay, I'm pasting it back, now saving it. Now the error is gone. See, it's gone. Now it's allowed because I'm using one of the constructor that I have defined here. See, empty constructor. Only problem is this variable will be unassigned and they will exist with their default values. You got it? Okay, nice. So now I will remove this, so just keep it in mind, this will be needed in the future. Okay, I'm saving it. We don't care about anything. Let's move to the inheritance thing. Now I'm removing my empty constructor again and keeping the other constructors, and I'm saving it. Now you see the Maruti class gives us an error. Okay, let's go and see what happened. See, the Maruti has that red underline, right? There's an error, we can't build further. So what is the problem? The problem is when you have a child class for a parent class, okay, and when we build the child class, okay, the parent class also getting built, okay, because we inherit the parents class methods in the child class, right? So when we are building the child class, maybe behind the scenes parent class also should be built so that we can use their methods. You get the point? Okay, something like that. Okay, so here I have a child class. How do I build the child class? Like this, empty constructor, because I don't define a constructor, so I use the typical way of building a class. Okay, that's fine. But the problem is in the parent class now we have two constructors. Okay, so I said you when we build the child class, the parent class also getting built in behind the scenes. We can't see that, but it is happening, so that the child can inherit the values from the parent. Okay, the problem is, okay, child class is being built, no problem. Maruti is being built, no problem, nothing wrong. But the parent class also should be getting built now. Okay, earlier what happened in the parent class? We have commented out these two constructors. So parent class can be built like every other class, like an empty one. Okay, okay, that means in behind the scenes car class also getting built, or car object also getting built. Something like this also happened after Maruti is being built. You can think like that. Okay, earlier, and this build was totally legal because I have commented out. Okay, I have commented out these two constructors. So this car class can be built just like any other class, like empty constructors. I mean without anything passed, just like the normal way. Now the constructors are in here. So if you have to build a car class, you have to use any of the constructors. And I have removed the empty constructor as well. So now no way to build like this because no empty constructor also available. Okay, so it is not that, okay, I didn't even remove all the constructors. If I did this will be possible. I didn't have the empty constructor along with that other constructors. If I did that, this will be possible, but I didn't do any of those things. So when the Maruti is getting built, now in behind the scenes we can't build this because we have only two options to build the car class. What are those things? Using any of these constructors. Now the question is, when the Maruti is being built here, okay, the system will try to build the car class, but unfortunately it doesn't know, okay, I am going to use any of these constructors, but what are the values we can pass? We don't know. In other words, the system cannot use any of these constructors, because it doesn't know which values to pass inside. If there's an empty constructor, it will just build like anything else, or if there is no constructor, it will just build like an empty constructor. But now we have to pass. So the system will say, you are not using any constructors for the parent class, there's a problem, do something. Okay, that's the thing. Now the question is how we can sort it out. Okay, there's a way. Okay, how we do it is, normally we can do something like that. We can write a constructor to Maruti class, and we can pass those values through the Maruti class to the car class. I will show how to do it. Okay, if I click this red, it will say implicit superconstructor is undefined. The same thing what I said is written here. I can choose these options, but I will try to write it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm writing a Maruti class constructor. Okay, and I'm planning to do something like this. Why I'm using the Maruti class constructor is I want to make sure the parent gets something inside here or here. Okay, so what I do is I will say Maruti class constructor, and I will see, okay, string color and int wheels are there, no? So I will give the same names. Okay, I will say okay, this constructor will take two variables. One is a string, and you can name it as color. Okay, you can give any name you want, and the other one is integer, and it will be wheels. Okay, now I have passed two variables to the string, to the constructor, but the problem is those two variables doesn't have to go into some variables assigned to something into the Maruti, because in the car class, if we pass two variables inside the constructor, they assign to the class variables. But here I don't have to have anything inside the Maruti like color or wheels, because if I have them, what's the point of inheriting the car class? I just want to use the parent's properties, colors and wheels. But unfortunately, when I'm building it, I have to pass them to the parent. What I'm trying to do is I'm getting the color and wheels, and I'm willing to pass them to the parent class color and wheels. Okay, or in other words, I'm taking these two variables and I'm going to pass them into this constructor, because this constructor has three variables. This has two, color and wheels. So here also I'm taking color and wheels. Okay, in the Maruti, and I'm going to give it parents this constructor. Okay, I'm going to pass them there, so that will be assigned to the parents color and wheels. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so now how to assign that? Okay, if that is the variable in the same class, we can say this dot color, that will work. But now we have to find out the parents constructor, this constructor, because this only have two parameters, color and wheels. Here also we have two parameters, color and wheels. How to do is we have something called super keyword. Okay, and we will open two brackets. So if you do like this, if you do like this, what does this mean is this Maruti is now calling the super class constructor. Super means parent. Okay, so who is Maruti's parent class? Car. Then who is Maruti's super class? That is also car, because super means parent. Okay, you got it? Super class means parents. Okay, so it calls super, that means it called its parent, so it's something like it calls car, something like that. Okay, so now we have to make sure which constructor Maruti is going to call. We are going to call this constructor. So if we pass two variables, first string and integer, then automatically this constructor will be called. Okay, so what I will do is I will pass the color and also wheels. Okay, now what will happen is the Maruti's super parent car constructor is called, because super means parents is car, and this color and wheels are also passed inside the car constructor. Okay, so car, color and wheels, car, string and integer. Which is the constructor? This constructor. See, car, color and wheels, or car, string and integer. Or if you want to click here the super and see, with control you can click, and it will bring you to this exact page.